I grew up in an artist family, but I was never a painter. Dancing and photography were always my creative outlets. I could never really find the right avenue for painting that felt right to me. About 5 years ago, after I had my third son, I was staying home with him and I had seen fluid art on social media, and I showed my husband and I was like, oh, this is so cool, you know, and he was like, you should try it. And I said, oh no, you know, in a couple years, maybe when I have time. And then a couple weeks later, he brought home bags of paint and canvases and just said, go for it. So from that point on, I just started experimenting with a lot of different techniques with the fluid art, finding what I liked best, and then eventually started resining them as well, an art form within itself. Fluid art is very different from painting acrylics with a brush. There is less control over how the painting itself turns out, so you have to go in with an open mind. I usually go in with kind of a color scheme and a basic design in mind. I can't draw a form, I'm not a form painter, so it gives me an opportunity, people like me, to do something to express myself artistically without having to do something realistic or form-like. I lay down my base coat of my fluid paint, and then I pour my colors on, and then how I do it is I blow it out with a blow dryer, is how I get my colors to fan out. A lot of times the paint will just do something completely different than what I thought it was going to do. It'll go a different way, or the colors will come out differently than I anticipated them doing. And so at that point, you've just kind of got to go with it and work with the paint and what the paint wants to do. I know that sounds kind of funny, but the paint has a mind of its own, honestly. And so I've got to work with the paint to make the creation itself. And then the paint cures for about a month, and then I resin it. So it's a 6 to 8 week time period between the time I started painting and the time it's done. This exhibit is called An Expression of Movement. I went in with some colors and a basic idea, and I just wanted to express an energy or a thought or a movement and just play with it, you know, just play with the colors and see how they play out. Very much want people to experience my artwork, to not just look at it. It's not just static. There is so much movement and so many intricate details in there. You can look at the pieces 20 different times and find something new each time. Escape from reality for a minute, you know, have a moment to just experience and move with the painting, feel the joy, feel the emotion that comes with it, see what they want to see in it, because it is abstract and everybody kind of has a different view of what they see in the paintings.